What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to PlayStation Generation episode 79. My name is Matt, and I'll be your host for today's events. I'm joined by the PlayStation Hokage himself, Mr. Rice. Boy, what's up, Rice?
Yeah, what up, everybody? Good to be here. Good to be here as always. How's
How you
everything
doing, you
going?
beautiful human?
I'm doing well. I am
Yeah,
doing well. I feel like I sound a little nasally still from
a little
like
bit.
when I got sick last time, but this is just stuff that's lingering. When I get sick, it stays for a while, but it's literally only once a year for me.
There
So,
you go. It's always this time of year for me, like the end of
yeah,
September and mid-November. I'm usually good, but sometimes this time of year, I just get a little bit
well,
kicked in the fucking
you
what
know,
is the word I'm thinking? Immune system. That's the word I'm looking for.
that's right. We all sound like Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys, but
And of course, hanging out with us on this week on the show, somebody that I'm so stoked to finally have joining us. We have the chairman of the Cheeks Commission himself, a
let's
fellow, a fellow Falcon bro. We got Ron, aka SavoyPrime, joining us. What's up, Ron?
My friend, the Chiefs Commission.
Bro, listen, whenever there's anything that needs to be decided, is this Cheeks or not, you have to be the guy to decide
Hey,
it. You know
I love
all.
it. I love it. And now it has to stay. So we're going to have to make it a thing.
the
I'm
I'm
prestige.
glad to be here. I'm glad to be here. Finally getting a chance to sit there and do something with my boy Matt, hanging
Let's
out with Rice.
let's
Hello, friends. Hello.
let's go. Let's
And
go.
what a perfect episode to have you, Ron, because we have a bunch of stuff to talk about, including Horizon.
Hey,
And
Oh,
we're gonna be
yes.
talking about
Oh,
some
yes.
Japan State of Play and a whole lot more. But before we do all that, even before we talk about what we've been playing,
Mm-hmm.
Ron, you and I we've been friends for a little while. Somebody that I'm very, very lucky to call a friend. You got something new going on that I want to hear just a little bit about.
let's
I
go.
Tell me
do.
a little bit about what you got going on.
So for people who might not know, I did do podcasting before on the PlayStation Drive, ironically, the same camping ground that old Matt was from. So now I've hooked up with Nakachaka, my boy
Hey.
Quag from the Carpool community. He's been in a few other places, and Marcus O'Neill. And we're doing a podcast called Brothers from Another Mothership. And we're talking about video games and pretty much whatever else we want to talk about. So it's good times. If y'all know how we got down on PlayStation Drive, it's the same, but there's four of us and we're just acting crazy. Good times.
Oh,
Go check it out. First episode is fantastic. Obviously, Ron brings the quality insights, and then we got fucking Nagachaka out here saying that Pikmin 4 is better than Fire Emblem 3 Houses. And the
Uh-oh.
next time I see him, there will be words.
hands.
Nagachaka, there
Hands.
will be words and hands.
Yeah, the first episode's already out on all the platforms you can listen to. So go check it out. Let Matt know he's wrong. And
Yeah.
we'll go from
Other
there.
Matt, Nagachaka Matt.
Yeah, not
For
Matt,
the-
not
not
Matt
me,
here.
Matt. Other
Yeah,
Matt.
Nagachaka Matt.
Yeah,
Good clarification.
Nagachaka Matt.
There's too many Matts.
There's
too many Matts.
There's too
I've
many of us.
on the phone.
I know, right? Yeah, go check out. I'll also leave a link in the show notes, so make sure you go check out Ron and go check out Brothers from Another Mothership. The first episode is fantastic. Got much more in the pipeline coming for you, so stay tuned.
Indeed,
But
indeed.
now, Ron, now I want to hear what you've been playing. What's been keeping you busy the last little while? What's been in your hands in the
Final
controller
Fantasy
space?
16. I'm still going through that. I hit the 100-hour mark, and I'm like, I thought I was at the end. The PlayStation lied to me and said I had 97% to go. So I'm
Dude.
thinking to myself, cool. I got an hour. I'll knock this out. No, as soon as I finished the mission, 8 million side quests popped up, and I was like, damn it, man. So I started on a few of them. Hopefully by tomorrow, I can wrap this up. I'm not sitting there saying that like it's a bad game. I'm enjoying myself. It's a great game. It's not an RPG. It's
Yeah,
not an RPG at all.
RPG. It's an action game.
It is very much so. But I am having a great time with it. The story is great. I'm enjoying the combat. So yeah, can't wait to see how it wraps up. Hopefully it sticks to the landing. And yeah, a great game so far. I don't think it's gonna disappoint me.
I'm stoked to hear your thoughts as you get to the end. I like the ending. I was a little bit conflicted on Final Fantasy 16 as a whole, but I'm stoked to hear your thoughts when you get there. And yeah, that PlayStation percentage is always bullshit because it only ever tracks like main campaign stuff. Side quests and stuff doesn't matter.
Yeah, it
Doesn't
fooled
matter.
me. It fooled me. So yeah, hopefully I'll have it done soon. Maybe by tomorrow. Hopefully.
I believe in you, my dude. I believe in you. Rice, my boy, what you been playing?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mainly this week, I have been focusing a little bit more on Borderlands 4. Minnow, some team members and I did a charity stream yesterday. Hit our goal as well. We were raising some funds for typhoon relief in the Philippines, near and dear to my heart. Thankfully, my family's safe, of course. They were out of the typhoon's
Rice, hold up. Your mic just went crazy. Ron, did you hear that too?
I did.
Okay. Rice, I don't mean to interrupt, but it sounds like you just went underwater. So
Oh snap!
oh, you're
You're
back.
back.
We're good. We
You're
back.
back.
We back. We
Yeah.
back.
Oh, we back.
We back. Continue on.
We
Sorry
back.
to interrupt.
No, not at all. The end of that thought was just that we hope that we can contribute in a small way to some really devastating stories in the Philippines. But thank you to everybody that came out to the stream. That was really, really awesome. We played some Borderlands 4 together, talked a little bit about the industry, and yeah, it was a really, really great time. I'm realizing that where I am in my life right now, we say, man, we're getting old a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There
Yeah,
was
get
a
used to
30
that.
minutes segment of our stream where we were just trying to figure out modern slang, and then we were all just like, you know what, whatever.
6'7", 6'7",
6'7". Oh my god.
Sigma,
Sigma. So
Make it
high,
stop.
bro.
skibbity.
Skibbity D. Rice, are you still fundraising? Is the fundraiser ongoing?
The fundraiser is still ongoing. So if you do go to twitch.tv/weareminnow, the fundraiser is still active. You can still donate, and if you can, great. But no worries and no obligation. So yeah, thanks for asking.
Of course, I'm gonna make things nice and easy for folks. I'm gonna take that link. I'm gonna throw it into the YouTube description.
Absolutely.
So go find it right there if you're able to. Get out there and support. That's always appreciated. Sorry I missed it. Now I feel bad. I didn't know what's happening. Now I'm getting choked up.
What are you talking about, bro? It's okay. Fuck. It's okay. Hey, P, you got a life. You a dad. You know what I'm saying? I know how
He
it
hit his
is.
goal. He hit his goal, so don't feel too bad.
It's all
Yeah.
good.
Let me put this guilt onto the listeners and all of you folks. Go check it out and donate if you can. As for myself, I finished Dispatch. Loved the last two episodes. That game is probably a top 3 of my year. Like I went in. It's easily my favorite episodic like Telltale style game. Full stop. Better than The Walking Dead. Better than The Wolf Among Us. This was like
better than Wolf.
Yeah,
Okay.
this just hit entirely my niche of like superhero Aaron Paul bullshit with with Invincible style writing. It's so crass and stupid, but there's so much heart in it. And I think the ending's fantastic. I think the main villain is probably one of the weaker parts of the package. And just in terms of the writing, there isn't just that much to him, but he works and he's threatening and menacing and all that shit. But there's just isn't a lot there. And there are some questionable parts when it comes to consent. There's a couple moments like that where like it's like classic rom-com stuff, but because of like certain layers of the superhero-ness of it all, that makes it a little bit more uncomfortable than it should be. Not that it's ever okay, but like if you watch any rom-com from last, like 20 years ago, that like, that desperate kiss when of course the other person might not be that into it, like that kind of thing.
Sure.
But there's an added layer on it that just gets a little weirder. So I do want to kind of, flag that for anybody who may be sensitive or may have anything that, when any kind of sensitivities when it comes to that. It's not like it's like a main focus by any stretch of the imagination, but it happens. And I was like, in that moment, I was kind of like, I wish they didn't do that. But those two things aside, I absolutely fucking loved it. Despite those things, had such a blast with it. And I've been playing more RedSec, man. I've been playing with a couple of my friends. Still playing this Battlefield stuff. We're gonna be hopping into the main game today. See you, Nagachaka. Thanks for stopping through. Yeah, still great. But let's keep it rolling, guys. We have so much news to talk about. We have so many questions this week. So let's roll straight into the first topic. And we're gonna just shout this out because this is something that I think is really cool. The Indie Game Awards nominees have been announced. This is coming from Console Creatures, written by, was this Dennis or was this Bobby? Because it was not me. Dennis. Obviously, Dennis always coming through. The Indie Game Awards have been announced. They're coming and on December 18th at 6:30 Eastern time. Obviously, this is hosted by friends of the show, 61 Indie, and a bunch of wonderful folks, including Kyle Stevenson and a few others. Go check this out. There's so much cool stuff. Justin Woodward from The Mix is also going to be there, along with a lot of others. Game of the Year. We'll just look at Game of the Year, and then we'll kind of leave it to folks to go check it out. But we got Absalom and Roger, Blueprints, Citizen Sleeper 2, Claire Obscure, Consume Me, Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silksong, Keep Driving, and Pipistrello. Expedition 33, still my game of the year. Consumi, I just picked up. Hades 2 is awesome. Citizen Sleeper 2 is awesome. But Ron, any of these games, have you gotten around to any of them this year yet? Any of them jumping out at you?
Oh yeah. Expedition 33. That's probably definitely going to be my game of the year. It might be tight for the indies though. It might. Citizen Sleeper 2 and Blueprints might sneak in there and take that. But Expedition 33 is definitely mine. That's going to get my vote.
Especially when you got the likes of like Hades and Silk Song in there too. Like this is going to be a battle. And like that's not even selling short stuff. I've heard fantastic things about Absalom and about Anne Roger. Like every one of these games, I played Pipistrello. I liked it fine. I know other people liked it a lot more than I did. Just not my vibe entirely. But Rice, anything on here for you?
Oh man, it's still Expedition 33 for me. But I mean, I know that there are a lot of people lobbying for Hollow Knight, but I don't think that's not really going to be a contender for Clair Obscur. By the way, side note, there was something that I came across where people were debating on what to refer to
an indie game.
How to refer to Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Some people call it Clair Obscur, and some people call it Expedition 33. And like there's just like a divide. There's a split.
I call it Expedition 33 because I don't want to say the whole entire name.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't got all day for that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, bro? I don't got time.
I find it a lot easier to remember Expedition 33 than I remember Clair Obscur. When I think of Clair Obscur, I don't know. I think of like the Hardy Boys and like that kind of like fucking like, you know, like detective novels from like 25 years ago.
Got you.
I don't know why. Like Clair Obscur and the missing case of the golden button, you know? That's what
anyway, some people will die.
It's just too long. It's just too long.
Like, too long.
Yeah. And sometimes I get extra lazy. I just say E33 and just call it a
E33. That's the way to go. Go check out the Indie Game Awards. Those are going to be live in just a few weeks, just over a month actually. So please go support 6-1 Indie and the rest of the folks working on this. There's some incredible stuff here. Plenty of friends of the show are all over this thing, so go check it out. Let's roll into some anime news because we got a Death Stranding anime coming called Death Stranding Isolations. This was written by Bobby the Don himself. Coming in 2027 to Disney Plus. There's going to be it's a focus across like 3 main characters. We got some concept art of 2 of them, not to be confused with the other Death Stranding anime movie that was also announced. This is a separate project that is an actual series. And I gotta say, like, this art style does not strike me as Death Stranding, right? am I alone here?
No. That's a fair assessment. I do agree with that. I am still stoked to check this out regardless. This is going to be a super fun one for me. So I'm looking forward to it.
Ron, that going to be on the list for you?
I'm willing to watch it, man. But I had to double check first to make sure that Kojima didn't have nothing to do with the writing. He is just executive producing. So I'm in on that alone. You know how I feel about Kojima and that writing of his. So
okay.
I'm not a Kojima writing guy.
I respect it.
Yeah. But he's not writing. So yeah, I'm in on this. Executive production. That man knows production stuff. So yeah, I think it'll be good.
If that he's got like production and like world building down to a T. But when it comes to like the finer details, but when it comes to those finer details in that story and shit, sometimes I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, the narrative.
But we got multiple Death Stranding projects on the way. So whether it's the anime movie or the much more colorful looking TV show anime series, strap in because you got both on the way.
Yeah.
Let's hit the first big one, folks. This has been rumored for a while. This is something that we've talked about, and we're like, where is this? Why aren't we seeing this? And we finally got the unveiling of Horizon Steel Frontiers, an MMORPG coming from partnership of NCSoft and PlayStation, coming to mobile and PC. At the time of writing, there is no PlayStation port announced for this game.
Right.
And clearly, at least at this point, there are no plans for one, at least at launch. Ron, did you watch these trailers? How are we feeling about this? Because you like Horizon.
Yeah.
Probably more than Rice and I.
Definitely. I mean, the trailer looks cool, man, but it's just, I can't get hyped for it because if it's not coming to PlayStation, that loses interest for me even more. I mean, I don't know. NCSoft, I had a feeling that they were probably just going to sit there and just stick with PC. But when I saw the mobile slap in the face, I was just like, come on, man. You know, I don't get why you would not have that available on PlayStation. Final Fantasy 14 showed that you could do console MMOs and it will work. So I'm hoping that maybe they'll just test this out for a year, get some kinks and stuff out the way, see what works, and then they'll announce a PlayStation port. They got to. I don't see them just leaving this on PC. That they're gonna take an L if they do that.
I'm with you, dude. I don't see a world that this doesn't. If this lands and people vibe with it, I'm sure it'll come PlayStation's way. I'd be shocked if it didn't. I have to say though, from what we've seen from the trailer, so they dropped both like a 10-minute kind of like developer talking through some stuff, and they also dropped like an actual dedicated gameplay trailer as well. This is Monster Hunter. Like as much as Horizon was already Monster Hunter to some extent, this is more from like the weapons to even like the animations, the way that like you use the greatsword. This looks like, remember when was it I can't remember if it was around Zero Dawn or if it was Forbidden West. It was the meme of those fucking chuds on the internet that were like, Aloy's not pretty, and they like put that filter over her, and they're like, now Aloy looks
Forbidden West.
This looks like that. Like I know NCSoft is a Korean studio. I know Korean beauty standards are crazy. As somebody who's lived there for a number of years, it is through the fucking roof. This look is not abnormal for a game coming from a Korean studio. But I do think that it is a little bit at odds with the Horizon games as we know it, which celebrates diversity and different body types and different looks a lot more than I think we've seen from this thus far. Maybe it's a little too early to judge. But man, I don't know, Rice, where are you at on this?
Man, I listen. I think that Monster Hunter style game is going to drop. That mechanic is going to draw people in. That style of game is going to draw people in. It's flashy. It's cool. In terms of it not coming to PlayStation, it did feel kind of like a slap in the face for Horizon fans, because it's like. There are a ton of people that are still so super invested in the franchise, and to not get that. So it's interesting that you say, Ron, that this could be a test phase, and hopefully maybe it becomes a port later. I'd be interested to see that through, and hopefully it does. It does look like something that I would play, and you make a very interesting point as well, just with like the kind of the beauty standards and the filters and all of the stuff there too. So that I'm reluctant, but I'm also like, I mean, I would check this out if I had the chance, but I don't know that I would be playing this on mobile.
I also wonder, like, there was an interesting thread going around Bluesky. I meant to find it, and of course, my stupid ADHD brain forgot. But there was a thread going on about how like this feels like PlayStation's play into the Asian market. Like
interesting,
especially in Japan and Korea, mobile gaming is a much more common thing and much bigger than it is here in North America. And meanwhile, somebody was kind of comparing like PlayStation's kind of because of a lot of the Western investment over the last handful of years, they've kind of gone wayward in Japan a little bit. Where like I think there was a metric that there was more people playing 3DS than there were playing PS5, and how a lot of this was kind of tied into brand identity, and like which is why we're seeing a lot more like clothes and accessories and stuff from PlayStation, is because they're trying to kind of integrate a little bit more into the culture. So I do wonder how much of this is a play to get into those markets, and if they kind of get anybody in North America and Europe on, all right, cool. But this to me, I wonder how much of it is it's just not for us. Like we know Guerrilla is working on another Horizon multiplayer game that isn't this, that I'm sure will be console specific, that maybe that game is more of a play towards the rest of us. Because even looking at this game, I'm like, man, I don't know, maybe this is I'm too fucking old for this shit moment, right? As we were just talking about.
Sure.
I couldn't imagine playing this shit on a touchscreen on my phone.
Yeah, dude. It's we've talked about this a little bit, but there's a clear separation, at least in our brains, where like, okay, this is like my desktop setup, or this is my TV setup, and then a handheld experience is completely separate from that.
And even mobile is like separate from that.
And even further back.
Smaller
but then
screen.
you mentioned that. And this is also relevant in the Philippines, right? Like PCs, consoles, they're expensive, but everybody has a phone. And so yeah, that does make sense that it would be piercing a different market, which is not us.
Yeah. But you brought up a good point, though. I forgot about the other MMO that Gorilla was working on. So, like you said, maybe that is meant for just the PlayStation crowd, while NCSoft handles the PC and mobile. And NCSoft knows what they're doing. I mean, Guild Wars 2 is still kicking. So, yeah, you put it that way, and okay, that starts to make a lot more sense of why maybe they left it off of PlayStation. Maybe Gorilla was like, hey, let us have that territory. We don't need 2 MMOs on the console.
Sure.
So, didn't think about that. So, that makes sense if that's the route they're taking.
Yeah, I could see that being the way of being like, we're already going to have 2 live service Horizon games existing at the same time. Maybe that's the line in the sand that they draw. NCSoft, you want that? It's on PC, it's on mobile. If you want Horizon, I don't know, buddy cop movie, then you're going to be playing that on PlayStation, right? Like, I do think there's some way. I am curious to see what that game looks like and how it'll differentiate, because in my mind, this is what a Horizon multiplayer game should be. You know what I mean? Like, I'm squatting up. We got different weapons. Like, yeah, it's Monster Hunter. That's fine. But it's a shared experience. How Guerrilla will kind of differentiate, I'm curious to see it. I mean, they got the talent, so we'll see.
They have a chance to take. I mean, Monster Hunter Wilds let a lot of people down, man. So if they can come out and grab that, then could be good.
Opportunistic, yeah.
They came out swinging with the Wilds, and then from what I've seen, it's just been a downward trajectory.
We dropped that quick, rushed through that story, and then we were done. That's never happened with a Monster Hunter game for us.
Never.
All right, let's roll into the next story. Let's talk about another big break this week. Not directly PlayStation related, but it's going to be an interesting conversation as this kind of enters the market. We got a new Steam machine. Valve announced this week, a next-gen PC console hybrid. This is written by Bobby again. Valve announced that it's on the way sometime next year, I believe. Comes in either a 512 gigabyte or a 2 terabyte model bundled with the Steam controller, which is also available as a standalone device. The Steam controller, I gotta say, one of the ugliest fucking controllers I've ever seen in my goddamn life. This thing is
that is not sexy at all.
No, this thing is a Frankenstein monster of a controller. Like,
that's the big back of controller.
Yeah, it's like they took the Xbox Duke controller, combined it with a PlayStation DualSense, and they just have a baby and kiss. Yeah.
That is exactly it. This is a big back controller.
This is a
big boy. But I am curious because apparently, this thing supposedly will be less powerful than a base PS5 based on the specs going around and what they've announced for it. It's supposed to be, I think they said, like 6 or 8 times more powerful than a Steam Deck. But what this is interesting, and I think what it will ultimately come down to is the price, which is unknown at this point in time.
Sure.
Ron, do we think that this has an opportunity to be kind of fill in that third player slot that Xbox has now very clearly vacated?
I think it has legs, man. It's like you said, it comes down to that price. If that price is good, the door is wide open because Xbox has pretty made it known like their next step is going to be something similar to this, but they have also made it known like this is going to be a premium machine. So if they know that price, then yeah, because there's a lot of people, like I have a gaming PC, but I prefer to sit there and just get in front of my TV, turn on the PlayStation, sofa, I'm good. Yeah. If they can sit there and make this work and appeal to the crowd like me, who doesn't like to really be in front of a gaming chair or sit in front of a monitor and wants to be on the sofa, you can nail that. Because I got some Steam games that I prefer to play with controller. You give that to me in a box that's affordable, man, I'm interested. So,
Rice, talk to me.
Hell yeah, man. I agree with that, Ron. It's that we clearly compartmentalize our gaming experiences in different ways, and like I use this setup for a lot of different things, meetings, and so there some of us do want to kind of separate like a workspace from my chill, my cozy, my my vegetative state.
That's a good word for it, though.
Yeah. So this does appeal to people like myself. It does appeal to those who perhaps don't have the capacity to build a PC or the budget to purchase a pre-built. And there's a market for this, and there's a lot of buzz on my feeds that are are for this. So I'm interested to see, like the both of you, how much this is going to cost, because it could really make some moves. Like you said, Ron, it has some legs here, and and just to throw it in here, this is an Xbox as well.
It is. You ain't lying. I mean, Phil tried to blow it off like he wasn't too worried, like, oh, it's whatever. But I'm like, Phil, come on, dog. My thing is, bro, your games are available on Steam, homie. That's like, and once again, you're shooting yourself in the foot by saying, oh, everything is fine. It's all good. But I'm like, is it really all good, though?
Especially when you consider that, like, this thing is going to be running Linux, just like the Steam Deck. You're going to be able to play Game Pass on this. You will be able to remote play on this. You'll be able to, if you wanted to, sail the high seas and procure your games elsewhere if that's where your financial situation leads you to be, and that's how you play games. I don't give a fuck. Pirate all you want. But like this has a potential. Like, imagine just like sitting there, it's the end of a long day. You're like, all right, time to play my Gabe Cube. And you grab this beautiful controller in hand and you sit down.
Oh God!
In all realism,
my eyes started bleeding. Hold on.
I would be pairing a DualSense thing with this so fast. But like, I agree. I'm with you, Ron. I've been thinking about getting like a proper gaming PC for a little while. But like, the Steam Deck is at this point, what, 3 or 4 years old, and it's still it's not punching out record numbers here. But like, I'm playing Silent Hill F on it with stuff like lossless scaling. Sure. There's a lot of tech that's kind of flowing through that thing, and even now, if this kind of extends to this Gabe Cube as well, that like, it might be able to you might be able to kind of sit pretty with it for the next 3 or 4 years, depending on what FSR it's using, what different shit it's doing, and what you're able to do with it. Let me ask you about this then. Let's say tomorrow we get a price announcement. What price do you think would be a realistic part where you would be like, all right, I'm day one on this? Like, what is that price sweet spot that you think just needs to hit? Obviously, if it was like $5, I would be like, yeah, I'll take fucking 25. But like, what do you think is a realistic price point that this would have to come into that for you to be like, fuck, man, like that's a hard thing to pass up? Rice?
Yeah, I think I can't believe I'm saying this. 6-7.
Damn it, Rice, man.
Excellent.
I hate myself right now.
Excellent.
Oh man.
Excellent. I love it so much.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
It was worth it though.
It was worth it. It hurt me, but it was worth it.
Yeah, it hurt, but
I feel like in and around that. I mean, like, how much is a Switch 2 Canadian right now?
That's a good question. I'll fact check that real quick here.
You're spending 8, I think, at least.
$629.99.
$629.99. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. $699 with the console with Mario Kart.
Right. So would that be? So am I pricing it a bit high, or is that fair?
It sounds all right to me. I was going to sit there and say maybe about like 7, 8. So
okay.
Yeah.
If they manage to get this in, listen, I think if they really are shooting for the fucking hills and they want this thing to land, if they can somehow manage to nail this for 500 US,
crazy,
man. If they do 500, I'm getting that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think there's a world where that could land there. Because what you're not getting from it, you're not getting like PS5 Pro level graphics. You're not getting, this thing isn't like a beast. What it is an entry level PC for people who want to plug it into their TV and enjoy their Steam library and otherwise. So if they can hit this at around that 500 USD mark, which would bring it to similarly priced to that Switch 2 here in Canada, I think there's a genuine conversation here. Dave Pietrangelo writes in, the homie Dave, saying not PS specific, but if the price is right, does this new Steam machine cut into the console market? Right. It's pretty tempting. I think it begins the conversation.
Yeah.
Because as we've seen...
500 sure as hell will.
Right? Because Steam is known to any gamer, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Steam is not known to anybody else. Right? You look at PlayStation, you look at Nintendo. My mom knows what PlayStation and Nintendo are. You know what I mean? If I ask her what Steam is, she'll be like, the shit coming out of a chimney. I don't know. What do you mean? Like, she won't have any way to conversate in that. But in this kind of, even the Steam Deck, the Switch 2 has outsold that thing in fucking, like 3 days in its lifetime sales, right?
Crazy.
Like, it's the household name is not there yet on the mass, on the mass market. Between this, the Steam Deck, the headset that they announced, all these kind of pieces kind of interweaving together. If they can start getting their name out there a little bit more, because again, you're not going to walk into a Walmart and buy a Steam machine. right?
Right.
You have to know where to look, but the thing is that cuts out the middleman, right? They don't have to worry about paying for, for the box space, for the
Yeah.
merchandising space. I think this starts a conversation. If this thing lands and the buzz is around being like, hey, did you hear about that new, cheap PC, blah, blah, blah. I think that this starts to start that conversation.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be like a devastating cut now, but I think if they can kind of start massaging their way into this PC, to the console space, I think this is beginning a conversation. I don't know, Ron, what do you think?
Nah, man, it's like you said. If they bring that out at 500, then everybody got something to worry about. That's PlayStation included. Because I mean, they've started to ship some of their games on PC. So it's like you do $500, then some people might be willing to wait a year or so to get that PlayStation game. So Sony might have to rethink, like, do we put our major first-party titles on this thing? Because now they might not buy a PlayStation if they can wait a little while. So $500 would kind of just change up the landscape, man. That's good Lord. I can't even imagine. Because like I said, 500, I'll get it. Yeah. I mean, that $500 is nothing compared to what people are paying for consoles now, man. So that would be crazy.
Because you have to remember, like, even when the Steam Deck came out, and even now, like, it's under 500 US for like a base model, right?
True.
It's not, I don't think, unrealistic. Do I think it'll be higher? Probably, but I think if they manage to hit that spot, Rice, where are you at?
Yeah, man, that's that. Listen, 500, like, that sounds crazy to me, but at the same time, bro, like, that's like that did a little something in my body. You know what I'm saying? I was just like,
gave you the Harlem Shake. Okay,
oh man, I need a towel, bro. So like.
Like that price point, Sigma, bro.
I mean,
that's Sigma, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It massages all right.
And there is totally, like, it's a small point here, but there is totally a chunk of like PlayStation, loyal PlayStation users who they wait a while. They're not day ones, but like I have a neighbor that hasn't purchased the PS5, is going to purchase a PS5 this Christmas, but is very well versed in the Steam world as well. So like it's definitely hooking a lot of people here. So this conversation is very interesting, and definitely brings on a lot of the lack of competition that we were talking about before. It's coming now. And so it's a good thing. But it's also very interesting to see how everybody responds to it.
Yeah, indeed.
I guess we'll find out. We'll definitely be talking about this more once we find out the price and stuff, like release date. So stay tuned. But guys, I know everybody been asking, where's that new Ratchet and Clank game? This has been on everybody's lips. This constant question. Well, I'm here to break some news for you. Ratchet and Clank is back as a free-to-play mobile game. Ratchet and Clank Ranger Rumble. It's written by Dennis once again. It's been a few years since we got a new Ratchet and Clank game. Well, a new one is coming, but not in the way that you'd think, as Sony has announced Ratchet and Clank Ranger Rumble, a free-to-play multiplayer third-person arena shooter for mobile that's being developed by France mobile studio OBB in collaboration with Insomniac Games. Players will be translated into a simulated arena hosted by another Captain Quark, as you'll go on trying to jump, dash, grind, collect bolts of victory with weaponry, blah, blah, blah. Ron, hit me.
So many slaps to the face. Just full on slap, a backhand, and a full slap again. You give me multiplayer, arena shooter, mobile, free to play. Like, why are you doing this when you know how much we need a Ratchet and Clank game? We've only had one on PlayStation 5. Like, come on, man. And then I got so excited when I was scrolling through Bluesky, going through my timeline.
Right.
I stop on VGC. I see a new Ratchet and Clank announced. I'm about to sit there and lose my shit. And then I lose my shit.
The wrong way.
Different way.
Yeah. It's like, what, a mobile game? Like, oh my God. So I don't know, man. I'm like, you might as well just go ahead and just, if you're going to kill off Ratchet and Clank, then just tell me. Stop these teases and just get it over with. And just say that, okay, you're just going to be a Marvel machine now. And just get it over with. Because you can't keep teasing us like this. This is disgusting.
Facts.
Right?
And a beloved character too, that we have stayed loyal to, that we have invested in, and Man, like I don't got no space on my phone, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I use my phone for so many other things. Like, I'm not trying to be playing this on my phone. So yeah, when you said like multiple slaps to the face, 360 bum drop slaps,
Yeah.
stink face,
Yeah.
all
Nasty.
of it,
Nasty
like
work.
really, really nasty. So yeah, I'm mad about it. I'm mad about it.
This one just drives me crazy because it's like, can you imagine if this was a genuine like Ratchet and Clank arena shooter properly designed for the console?
Right.
Like this sounds like an actual live service idea that people would buy into because we don't have anything else like it in the space right now.
Yeah.
We don't have, Fall Guys had its moment, but if they kind of captured that same kind of
Yeah.
energy and brought that to Ratchet and Clank, which as an IP would make sense given the wacky guns, the kind of, the combat. I mean, back in the day, stuff like going commando and stuff and up your arsenal,
Right.
the multiplayer was fire, bro. We used to play that shit all the time growing up.
Absolutely.
Why is this incredible focus on mobile, on shit that like, this thing's going to be monetized, all the way from, 7 ways till Sunday. And it's like, it might be fun. I'll check it out. Like I will Horizon, like every mobile game that I try, the only one that's stuck with me is fucking Persona, and that's because it's Persona. I'm still locked in on that shit.
I knew Persona was gonna show up at some
point. Just day in, day fucking out. But like, I know Persona 6 is coming. I know 4 Golden is like the remake of 4 is coming. I don't know when the next Ratchet and Clank is coming. If this was just in addendum to other mainline games on the way, that's fine. Whatever, let it fucking exist.
That would be fine. That would be fine.
But that's not what it is.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Maybe the next Splinter Cell is going to be a mobile game.
Shut the fuck up.
You know what? Ubisoft would do that shit. It's like Ubi's like, you want to do a Splinter Cell game? Fine, pull your fucking phone out.
I really hope I didn't just speak that into existence.
Bro, you know what?
It's too late. It's too late, right? Yeah, they're already listed. Like, oh, damn, another mobile, you got it.
You know where that Prince of Persia remake is? Coming to your phone. That's why they've restarted development 7 times over.
Where's Division 3 at? That's what I want. Not on my phone. Not on my phone. I want it on my console.
They had a mobile game come in. They canceled that shit.
I remember. So that might be the end of Division 3 for all we know. Oh, goodness.
Let's talk about some PlayStation Plus, folks. We got our drop for the month of November, and
sir.
It is a big one. Grand Theft Auto 5, Pacific Drive, Still Wakes Deep, Insurgency Sandstorm, Thank Goodness You're Here, Talos Principle 2, Monster Jam Showdown, MotoGP, and Tomb Raider Anniversary. You know what? Hold up. I'm going to swap to... this was written up by Dennis, but we had an update actually to this. So let me swap over to that one because we got another announced game that is going to be hitting the service day 1. Joining that on December 2nd is the Red Dead Redemption, remaster, remake. I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's including Red Dead and Undead Nightmare coming on December 2nd. So this one won't be here yet, but once it hits in just a few weeks, it'll join the service right away. Rice, how are we feeling about November's games here?
I'm gonna be honest. I nothing really strikes me. I've seen a lot of these games already, but because I'm playing a ton of other ones that I'm already invested in, I'm not really like too invested. I mean, I also own a ton of these games already, so I guess I can't speak to too much of it.
Ron, anything on this list joining the wheel?
I mean, I played Thank Goodness You're Here. I thought it was pretty fun. It's a very quirky humor kind of game, though, so it's not going to be for everybody. It's very British.
Yes,
it's a very British humor game. But it's like I said, it's funny. Red Dead 1, I've played it. It's fantastic. It's much better than the sequel to me. But who hasn't played Red Dead 1? I mean, so unless nobody owned the console back then, those days when it first released, I guess that's good for them. Grand Theft Auto 5, who does not own that by now?
Yeah.
It has been on every machine known to man. I don't even
multiple
know why they
times
did this.
over.
Yeah. I don't know why they even bothered doing this, but I guess somebody out there maybe does not have the game, and they're like, you know what? Let's grab those 2 people left who have not purchased it.
So that they get GTA 6 when it comes out in 2020.
Yeah, I've heard good things about Pacific Drive. I heard that's all right. Still Wakes the Deep. It's not my kind of game, but I've heard good things about that. So it's not a bad month, man. It's all right. Some good things there.
You know what? My son may see Monster Jam Showdown and then be like, okay, Daddy, can you just download that one? So maybe we'll check that one out.
Hey, nothing wrong with monster trucks.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
I agree with you both. I think this is a good month. I think this is a month that has some kind of sleeper hitters. Obviously, the big ones with Red Dead and GTA 5. For anybody who hasn't played them, here you go. Yeah. Pacific Drive, I've played some of it. It's a really cool, really eerie, really weird game, but it's really good. I think this is a really good PlayStation Plus game for people to hop in and check out because it won't be for everyone, but for some people, this will, you're kind of fucking with your car. You're going into these excursion zones to like try and go out and collect a bunch of shit and get it back out. Really cool vibes. It's like if Control was a car. Is what Pacific Drive kind of is.
Yeah. Wait a minute, you talking my language. I love Control.
That's what I'm saying. It's that vibe. If you imagine that Control where you were a car instead of you know what I mean? Like you're kind of rolling around, you're trying to get to these gas stations, like refill your shit. You're constantly working on your car and trying to fix it up. It's like it's very cool. Again, it won't be for everyone, but the people that vibe with it, something really dope.
Yeah, I'll try it for free now. And
there you go.
You have got me interested now.
There you go. Still Wakes the Deep. I played it, reviewed it. I really liked it. It's short. It's a little horror game.
Is it spooky? Because you're not
spooky.
Okay, so but you don't like spooky.
Not usually, but this is more kind of like eerie, that kind of drama,
atmospheric,
thriller
kind of spooky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a cool spooky. I don't mind like the dramatic stuff as much.
Sure.
Like, there's still some supernatural shit going on here, but I never was like, oh my god, what the fuck? It was more like, oh god, I feel weird.
Okay.
As Ron mentioned, Thank Goodness You're Here is fantastic. It's funny as fuck.
Yeah,
it is a weird little game.
Just
you can
very quirky.
Very quirky. Again, won't be for everyone, but it's like 3 to 4 hours long. I think even less than that. It's a quick play. It's really wonderful. For any like British humor fans, this shit, like for myself, massive fan of like Taskmaster and a bunch of other British TV. This hit me. Task Principle 2, heard nothing but great things, and yeah, I think this is a good month. I think there is something in here for everyone. I encourage people to check out some of those indies because there's some cool shit in here. Let's keep it rolling, folks. We still have more. We have more to get through here. So let's kind of jump into one that I had. Like, listen, the fact that Ron is here to talk about this to me makes my heart sing because
it's all you guys.
We got Trails in the Sky second chapter coming out by September 2026.
Falcon Bros in the house. Yes.
Falcon Bros in the house. Written by Bobby. Trails in the Sky has been well received and is set to modernize the subset games for a new generation. According to the September 2025 financial reports, it was confirmed that Trails in the Sky second chapter is in development and is likely set to arrive by September 2026. Love the first one, obviously. Ron, you and I are huge Trails fans. Yeah. We have been on this ride. We've been living this life. A lot of people are joining in now with the remake of Sky. How are we feeling about this news?
I feel great about it. I mean, we know, without going to spoiler territory, we know how first chapter ends. There was no way in the world. Falcon was just teasing. There was no way in the world they wasn't going to sit there and bring out a remake for the second chapter. You can't leave the story like that. Especially since, like you said, a lot of brand new people jumped in because it's the best jumping in point for the whole Trail series. There was so many people talking about how it ended. I loved watching it. And in my mind, I was saying to myself, you ain't seen shit yet? Wait until that second chapter comes. So yeah, we got them lured in. Everybody's coming to Falcom's side. They're finally sitting and seeing what the best JRPG developers are working with. Falcom the best.
Falcom the best, man. There's something. I think if they manage to get this out by next September, or if there's less than a year from chapter 1 to chapter 2, that's really striking while the iron's hot. I think it's just long enough that people will be like, I'm kind of feeling like a little bit more without being like, what the fuck happened in that last one? That was it's been 7 years. No need to watch a YouTube recap.
Yeah, it'll still be fresh in the brain.
It's on top of
Horizon dropping. They still got Horizon dropping in January, or did they move it back to February? I can't remember.
I think it's still January.
Yeah, so they got that coming. There's a mystery title that's supposed to coming. Proud Nordics has been announced. So Falcom just keep hitting them with it. Bring it on, boy.
They're firing on all fronts right now. I'm really happy to hear that second chapter is pretty much on the way. For us who are in this shit, Horizon in January, supposed to be one of the best ones out of the entire franchise. I'm fucking locked in. I can't wait. Let's kind of keep this train rolling because we got a state of play in the last week, folks. Japan focused. There's been some thoughts and feelings about this one. Let's talk about it. I'm going to be going through Dennis's recap here. Just real quick, we'll rip through it because we got a new trailer for Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, and that's been announced coming February 5th, 2026. In Konbini, One Store, Many Stories. This is coming in April. It's this really cool indie game where you're like running a Japanese convenience store in the early 90s. Got a really interesting vibe to it. Coffee Talk Tokyo is hitting March 5th. Broken Lore Unfollow, January 16th. Broken Lore Ascend, summer 2026. I'm going to pause right here. Does anybody know what the fuck these games are? I've never heard of Broken Lore, and I feel pretty plugged in.
Nope.
You're pretty plugged in, you
the
say?
trailers, I was like, what is this?
Damn. That looks like my tita.
That caught me so off guard, bro.
Rice, man.
God damn. I mean, Broken Lore Ascend.
That's just Filipino trauma, bro. What do you mean?
Oh my god.
Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly remake coming on March.
That trailer looked really good, even though it's not Fatal Frame made for me. That's too much.
Right.
That's too much of the spooky spook. But that trailer looked damn good though.
Trailer looked fire. Not gonna play this shit, but
cool. Not for me.
Dynasty Warriors Origins Vision of 4 Heroes coming January 22nd. This is a DLC drop. Gran Turismo 7 Power Pack DLC is on the way December 4th. Motion Wreck coming spring of 2026. Wandering Sword on May 28th.
That one.
No Sleep for Konami Date. Got a report announcement coming February 26, 2026. Tokyo Extreme Racer February 26th. Fucking back to back on February 26th. Fucking who gives a shit about Katamari? Let's keep this shit.
Thank you.
Stupid ass.
Thank you.
Stupid ass fucking series.
I saw that and I was like, can we fast forward through this, please?
Goodbye. Good lord.
I don't get it.
Stupid fucking rolling ball game. Fucking stupid game. You know what? This is a Cyclops of video games. This fucking thing.
Shit! He brought back the Cyclops hate coming. Yo, Cyclops catches strays because of Katamari.
Pac-Man World 2 is a Sonic thing. Digimon Story is getting its first DLC sometime this winter. Super Robot Wise is coming November 21st. We got a new Monster Hunter December 16th. SpongeBob is hitting on November 19th for Sonic Racing Crossworlds, along with a few others. Witch and the Curse is coming March 3rd. Fuck me, there's so many games. Blaze Blue Entropy FX X February 12th. Damon and Baby sometime in early 2026, one of my highlights. Huron Machism is coming January 29th, 2026. Fate Trigger in 2026. Octopath Traveler got a demo that carries over into the full game. That was launching December 4th. And Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls got a new closed beta coming from December 5th to 7th. This one adding in Spider-Man and Ghost Rider. Night Rain is getting a new DLC on December 4th. And we got a digital edition only for Japan for the PlayStation 5. Rice, how are we feeling about this direct? Because a lot of these opinions seemed kind of whelmed by this.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple things here that I will probably be invested in. I mean, Octopath, I have been invested in since forever. I think that it's interesting because what drew me into Octopath was actually the music and the soundtrack.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, super, super gorgeous. Love that stuff. So I played through those games. So between that and Marvel is probably it for me. And so like there was kind of like an underwhelming effect after watching this thing. Super funny that we just like hated on Katamari because like we all felt the same that part.
This is like a running thing with me for anybody who's listened to me podcast for a long time. I fucking hate these games, and one of my best friends and old podcast partners loves these games, and like, fuck me, man. I had to play it once because I lost a bet on stream, and god damn, it was one of the most infuriating 90 minutes of my fucking life. Oh, I just can't stand those goddamn games.
You like what you like, you know?
Fuck me, man. Yeah, but if you like that shit, you wrong. Ron, how are we feeling about the state of play?
Man, I thought it was just okay. I mean, there was a lot there that it was not for me. Wandering Sword was interesting. I like the look of that. Octopath Traveler 0, I know it's gonna let me down. The Octopath games are just, oh my god, man! It's the way the story is told that's just infuriating to me. I love the combat. The soundtrack is great. It's just the way the story is told, and it's just kind of just. I don't know.
So fair.
I'm also like not that hyped about that one because it's like the mobile game reimagined, and I'm just kind of like there's just something about that disconnect for me in my mind that I'm kind of like, do I really want to?
I get it because you're making your own character, and then there's a whole bunch of people besides just 8. So now it's kind of like, well, is it still Octopath Traveler then? But
right,
I don't know. But Kaname Date, I'm interested in that because the AI Somnium Files I'm cool with.
Right.
What else? The Coffee Talk Tokyo. I'm definitely in for that because I love the Coffee Talk games. What else was there? And that Tokyo Extreme Racer. That trailer, I was like, this looks interesting. So yeah, but outside of that, man, no. Dragon Quest puts this brother to sleep. I'm not a fan. So Dragon Quest is going to be a multi-pass for me. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I'm kind of with you both. I thought it was fine. I thought the fact that we got this announced very early and the fact that they were specific, like not very early, sorry, very last minute, and it was hit like 24 hours later. And they from the start said this is Japan focused.
Yeah.
This felt for me like a port and DLC state of play that was focused on delivering the news that there's a PS5 digital coming to Japan only. This felt like a vehicle for that news, and they kind of just threw in what they could on top of it. Not to say that there wasn't some cool stuff here, because there was some stuff that I'm interested in. I'm like you, Ron. I really got into Dragon Quest 11. I actually really liked it, but like the rest of them I just haven't been able to connect with. Inconbini is probably my favorite games from that entire thing. Just this weird little convenience store simulator. I think it looks really dope. Now I'm stoked about Broken Laura Sen because Rex has family in it.
Estranged family.
Shit.
The Digimon DLC I'm excited for. I love that game.
Digimon, just take it off, man.
Damon and Baby was probably one of my highlights. Like that game looks so fucking weirdly cool that it just looks fun to play.
I didn't mind that one. I like that one.
And
Weird is cool. I like that.
Weird is cool.
Weird is cool. There's nothing wrong with it.
Tokon again for me. It was one of the things. Oh yeah, we also missed the gaming monitor that they announced. That there's a.
I was gonna say, do we care?
I don't care. I have a monitor already on mine.
Yeah,
man.
I'm not gonna game on it, so whatever.
The what's it called? The controller charger is a nice
stop playing with me.
But like it's not really enough.
Stop playing with me like we gonna use that though.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna leave my controller. No.
You know what it would be a good idea for is to rest your brand new Steam controller on.
No, the only resting place for that Steam controller is in the trash can. That's the
what I'm saying.
That's the only place that thing belongs.
I thought it was a panini press.
That nasty thing.
Let's hit one last story. We're gonna skip past the sales stuff because it's just sales stuff. Ghost of Yotei is selling well. Fuck you to all the chuds out there.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Shit,
it's all right for females to be protagonists, guys. Right. Good Lord mercy.
It's all right not to be a straight fucking white guy. Get over yourself.
Yeah. Get over yourselves. There's other people besides whites in the world.
Who hurt you? Who hurt you?
Jesus.
I wish I fucking knew. Probably nobody. Good old generational hate. But what is worth hating on, is Call of Duty. This is coming from Jordan Midler over on BGC. Call of Duty 7 Black Ops 7 cannot be paused during single player and requires an online connection at all times. Also lacks checkpoints, which means it'll kick you if you're idle too long in the single player game and make you replay whole fucking chunks of it. There's a bunch of AI fucking art garbage in this shit. On top of the fact that, like, I don't know if either of you've seen, I don't have the clip ready here, but it's like the final boss fight of that game. Spoilers for Black Ops 7 final boss fight. Skibbity toilet fucking final boss. That I was watching this. I'm like, is this Call of Duty now?
Yeah, I thought it was fake at first, and then I started going through the comments. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Like, it's not Call of Duty. That's it's kind of, which is why I was like, oh, I kind of want to play it now.
Oh damn! Right? No, you know, don't you encourage this shit? Don't you dare!
I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, AI? How is bizarre. Call of Duty like the biggest fucking shooter franchise in the world, struggling to fucking get artists in? Because they don't want to pay people to make a fucking little banner or whatever. They got to do this AI shit. And it looks like Studio Ghibli ass shit too, which is like, what the fuck is that doing in a COD game? There's just so much weird fucking shit about Black Ops 7. Fuck them entirely.
Yes.
But I just wanted to shout that shit out because it's not.
Yeah,
it's
what
fucking
year
hilarious.
Is this? I mean, no pause in single player? Like, what, man? Like, what? I saw that and I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Remaining idle for how long, bro?
Yeah, like they are doing their best. You know what? Just stop releasing single player campaigns then and just go fully multiplayer, because obviously that's what you want. When you want to remove what you don't want to pause. You don't have checkpoints, you don't want me to pause the game. Mm-hmm. I have shit I might need to do. What happens if I need to get a bathroom break? What am I supposed to do? Yeah, just get it.
My kid just threw up.
Yeah, thank you.
Too fucking bad.
Yeah,
too fucking bad.
Bad. I guess I'm not playing this game.
Got an important phone call coming through. Oh, fuck it. I can't pause the game. So
sorry,
no.
Doctor. What? I have what?
Just get it over. Just go ahead and just get rid of the single player altogether. This is why people were hoping that Battlefield 6 paid off, because they're done with this. Battlefield, thank goodness it ended up being what people was hoping it was going to be, because Call of Duty has lost its way. I was done with them a long time ago. I thought after the first trilogy, when Vince and them was running the show with Infinity, I was all in back then. Once they left and I started seeing the change, I was out. And I'm glad I left when I did, because this is, I don't know what happened to them. It's crazy. It's crazy.
This is some hot fucking garbage, man.
It is.
So make sure to tune in right after this, guys. We'll be streaming
Call of Duty
this
Black Ops 7
game.
stream. Shout out Activision.
Activision, you know what's in that check to your boy. Holla at me.
I got you, Activision. I got you.
Call of Duty's the best. We just trolling on purpose.
We're just trolling on purpose.
Yeah,
people who listen to this podcast never watch the stream anyway.
Yeah, you know what
It's for the discourse. It's for the discourse.
Threw that Battlefield 6 endorsement out. Holla at your boy.
Discourse sells.
All right, guys, let's hit some. We have a bunch of cool ass questions to talk about. Let's start with you should play Final Fantasy VIII. A couple of these questions coming from the brothers from Another Mothership Discord, so go in and check out those wonderful folks. Some lively conversation going on. This question kind of kicked things off with Final Fantasy VIII being considered the best Final Fantasy game. What part of the game resonated with you all the most?
This is all you guys.
I haven't played it.
Oh, let me help you then.
Okay, this is wrong.
The best part of Final Fantasy is when I uninstalled it. That game is bad. The junction system is trash.
Okay.
If you want to make a Final Fantasy game unplayable, Final Fantasy VIII is what you need. It's the guidelines for that. It's not a great game.
So that was
Dave
really a
is
troll
delusional.
question for you.
I love Dave, though. I love Dave. Dave is my
Dave's
guy.
a homie. Dave's a homie.
But Final Fantasy VIII, that ain't it.
I wish Denny was here, because I feel like he would have some thoughts to kind of levy this with. But Final Fantasy VIII, I haven't played it. There's a gun that's a sword. That's the extent of my knowledge. And I'm all right with that.
Denny's waiting for 9.
Denny's waiting for 9.
He's waiting for 9 to come through again. Yeah.
He's waiting for 9 to come through again. That's right. Quagmire writes in saying, "It is I, the Quaggy, king of the Xenobabes. As we await the glorious Baten Kaitos 1 and 2 HD remaster to be added to the PlayStation 5 library, do you plan to play it on another platform of your choice in 2026? And why is your answer absolutely? # Baten Kaitos in 2026 bros." You know what, Quaggy? No word of a lie. I actually have been eyeing this remaster. I Baten Kaitos back in the day was, I remember seeing it on the store shelves. When I was at Rogers or when I was at Blockbuster renting a game, and I was always like, I gotta play that. One of my best friends is a huge Baten Kaitos stan. He loves that shit. For anybody who's unaware, I think that the shortest speed run for 100% in this game is 300 hours or something. It's fucking go look that shit up. It's hilarious. If it comes to PlayStation 5, I'll play it, but I may actually get this elsewhere between then. So, Craggy, I'm actually kind of on your side here. Baten Kaitos is a game for me that I've always kind of, looked at with one eye open and never really gotten back to play. But it looks dope. I'm very curious.
337 hours and 55.
That's crazy,
right?
Yeah,
I wasn't full of shit.
That's crazy.
If you're planning on getting it, Matt,
yeah,
you might want to see if the Fanatical sale is still going on. I think when I bought it yesterday, I think it was still for another 23 hours or something like that. And it was for $14 and some change.
Okay.
So I went ahead and bought it just in case. My best friend, Max, he absolutely loved the first one. And he's been talking about it so much, ironically, lately, that I decided, you know what? Even though I talked shit about it on the first episode of BFAM, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and see what happens. I'm going to get it. $14. That's not too bad. We'll see. I'll throw it on the wheel. It'll come up when it comes up. But I'm not pressed. That's for sure. Because I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I'm with you. I want to know how it holds up, how else this systemically it kind of still works and functions so many years later.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Card-based combat.
I love that shit, but you got to get me on board. It's got to feel good to play.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Black Wyver,
Rice is no.
Rice is out. Rice is absolutely.
I'm thinking about what to eat.
$14. That is a.
Hey, you know what? $14 is going to get you a good meal somewhere. Go to Zaxby's. Shit.
I'm saying. Black Wyver writes in with a good question. We're already at the 5-year anniversary of the PS5. Time is flying. What have been your top 3 games of this generation thus far? This is
Good
a
question.
hard fucking question.
That's hard, man. Good one.
I
So
think
Black
for-
Ops 7.
Bait and Kato's 1 and 2
Battlefield
remastered.
6. Battlefield 6.
Bait and Kato's Final Fantasy 8.
Mhm.
Top 3 right there.
Silk Song.
Silk
Hey.
Song. Big Silk Song.
80s,
fan
80s
right
too. Yeah.
Yep,
80s
yep,
too.
yep.
Yep.
I haven't played any of those. Just like
Nope.
just
I played
just
82.
play.
82 rules, but it's not on PlayStation. I think this is a really tough one. I think for me, just kind of like
It is
what
tough.
kind of floats to the top of my mind. I don't know if these are like definitively my faves, but the ones that have kind of come to me when I think about this generation, still Expedition 33. Like that is a generational game for me. That is one of my favorite games of all time. I love Spider-Man 2 despite its faults. Like that's when I think when I think of Sony first
Spider-Man
party.
2 was great to me, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
I agree.
when I think of Sony first party this generation, it's up there. Astrobot.
I was gonna say
I
also
Astrobot.
haven't
love
got around to
Astrobot.
it yet, even though I got it. So
You got it.
Mhm.
You got it,
Yeah.
dude. Ghost of Yote is maybe a bit of recency bias. I really loved it. Man, what am I missing here? What's on the list for you guys, Ron? What do you think? Metaphor. Metaphor is up there for me.
I still have not played that yet, even though I have it. It's on the
Mhm.
wheel.
That's a good one.
It's on the wheel.
Baldur's Gate 3, I played that this year. That's going to definitely be on my list somewhere.
Yeah,
That's
BG3
gotta be on my
was
list somewhere.
amazing.
Yeah. Like you said, Expedition 33, that's a given.
Man, I guess if we're thinking also like first party, I think Returnal was a great game.
Yes.
It's up there for me.
I like to look at the Returnal and I like to watch the Let's Play Returnal. I would not like to play Returnal. There's something
not
about
your,
the-
not your,
yeah.
your.
I'm not a
cup of
rogue. I'm not a rogue guy like that. I like to have
Sure.
progression, and
Right.
and actually have it stick. But Returnal looks great. I enjoyed everything about Returnal except for that rogue part.
tea. I got
Yeah,
you.
that was it. Returnal's great though, so I would co-sign that.
You know, Ragnarok was also great for me.
Ragnarok was also great.
It was
Yeah.
fantastic. I loved it. Yeah.
Like a Dragon for me, both like 7 and 8. Like I'm trying to think of like games that came out this generation. Like again, 7 is one of my favorite games of all time. I know it kind of straddled the line between PS4 and PS5 though.
Sure.
There hasn't been a lot of like Sony first. I mean, fucking Concord, one of the best.
Yeah.
I mean, what about
Classic.
Rebirth?
Dude, Rebirth, incredible. Ratchet and
Yeah.
Clank, bro. We were just shitting on
Ratchet
the
and
fucking
Clank.
mobile game.
Yep,
Rift
that's
Apart was
another one.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good.
Ron, I'm surprised you haven't mentioned Forbidden West.
Well, I'll go tell you why.
Okay.
I actually thought that Zero Dawn was better than Forbidden West. I thought Forbidden West was
Agreed.
great. It's just that Zero Dawn had the better story to me.
Fair.
Yeah.
Forbidden West was a little too bloated. Like, I don't mind open world games, but man, when that map opened up, once you got past that first section, I was like, Jesus Christ. I mean, my anxiety just went through the roof. I was like, look at all these icons all over the place. Far worse than any Assassin's Creed game. So I was kind of like, oh my God, man.
And that's saying something.
Yeah,
If
and
you
I'm
know,
kind of one of those guys where if it's on the map, I have to go to it.
I have to go to
I
it.
just can't ignore it. That's just
I don't want any clouds on this.
yeah.
map.
My brain doesn't work. Just
Yeah.
so it just I need to go there, and I know what it's going to be. It's going to be something I probably don't need anymore, but I got to go there.
Yeah.
That's high blood pressure.
And the story was really good, but just like I said, man, it was just something about Zero Dawn, the reveal of everything, and the way that just all kind of just came together. Far better than Forbidden West, but like I said, Forbidden West was still great. The DLC was pretty great, but I also think I enjoyed the battle. And anybody who's played
Sure.
that one knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep.
I think that pushes that one for me just for that part alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't really think of too many more first party stuff though.
Right? I mean, let's stay on the Baldur's Gate train because Nagachaka writes in with a question saying, question for the entire PlayStation generation crew, and of course, the man of the hour, Ron. Is Baldur's Gate 3 a fine game, a good game, or a great game? Ron?
To me, it's outstanding. I mean, I'm not even a CRPG guy, and I absolutely loved that game.
Yes.
Everything about it. The gameplay, the character stuff, everything.
Yep.
I know there's some people who are not high on it. I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I don't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry
sorry
that
you're
you're
wrong.
fucking wrong. Exactly. That's exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah,
Baldur's
there you
Gate 3,
go.
I'm like
There
you,
you
Ron.
go.
I'm not even a CRPG guy like that. I like them
Yeah.
occasionally. I love my Disco Elysium. I haven't played the other Baldur's Gates.
Yep.
Baldur's Gate 3 is generational. It
Yes.
is fucking incredible. Start to finish, back to front, the amount of choice and things that you can do and fuck with the systems. It is incredible. Forget great game. Let me tell you this, Nagachaka. Baldur's Gate 3 washes almost all of Nintendo's catalog.
Hell
Full
yeah.
stop.
Tell
Yeah.
them. Tell them
It's
about
revolutionary.
Pikmin 4 doesn't even fucking live in the same country. Forget, not even
All
the same
facts.
fucking continent as
All
Baldur's
facts.
Gate.
All
Because you
facts.
could add 17 more people into this call right now, and each person would have a unique experience with BG3.
Yeah,
Which is incredible.
Mhm.
And you could talk for hours and hours on the things that you did, the things that you chose, and it would still be an interesting conversation.
For months, this game was the most talked about. No matter if you hopped on YouTube or Twitch or anywhere, somebody was talking or showing a video about the thing. That's the whole reason why I got into it. It was the
Right.
reviews. It was everybody talking about it, and I was just kind of just like, you know what? It might not work out, but I'm going to try this.
Try it out.
And
Same.
after that, it was nonstop. Hundreds
Yep.
of hours later, my story was done. I loved the way it wrapped out. Everything was just, God, it was just so great. If I didn't have other games to play, I would have instantly started to replay that
Oh,
as a
yes.
different character to see what different things would happen. Outstanding game. Outstanding game.
Yep. Agreed. Well said. One last question coming from Jazzafraz. If you could only recommend one Final Fantasy to someone as their first introduction into the series, which would it be? In parenthesis, I know the real answer is it depends based on their taste and what they want out of the game, but a general recommendation if you know nothing about the person. I think for me, I genuinely believe that remake is the way to go. If what you're looking at is what Final Fantasy is today. I think if you've never played a Final Fantasy before, going back, depending on your pedigree, depending on what you like and what you don't like, some of them will feel old game is old. That doesn't mean that they're bad. That doesn't mean that the stories aren't incredible. That doesn't mean that they're not worth playing, but they will feel more dated. Final Fantasy in the current year is much more action combat. You can get in, play that. You go to Rebirth to go to. You have something new to look forward to with the third part upcoming. There's a hype train that you could board and kind of ride on through. And then if those click for you and you like the world, you like the characters, you like the idea of what the combat looks like, you can go back. 14 is one of the best ones, but it is an MMORPG, and those are dense as fuck to try and get into, especially if you've never played one before or you've never played a Final Fantasy before. Obviously, some of the other older Final Fantasy games, incredible. I love 15, no matter how fucking janky it is. That fucking road trip with the boys. I know, but that road trip with the boys was very, like, it hit me at a time where I really needed that kind of environment and that friendship and that delivered for me.
That's all it takes.
Okay.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
That's fair. I loved cooking in that game.
I love cooking. That I know the fucking cup noodle quest, side quest is the best. I love that shit. I was dying laughing the whole fucking time. Talk about like an adventure. That's Final Fantasy 15. That shit is a fucking adventure.
Oh, that's funny.
So
that hurt you, Ron?
To me, it's going to depend. If you want a turn-based, traditional turn-based, the original FF7. It's always going to hold a special place in my heart. Mm-hmm. To me, that was my very first Final Fantasy game. I still remember the whole marketing blitz for that. I'm watching wrestling, and back then it was WWF kids.
Yes.
And I'm watching
not
this,
the World
and I'm
Wildlife
like,
Foundation.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Right.
And then the commercials was great. It was the greatest looking thing I had ever seen. And the commercials just kept hitting, and they just pounded you in the brain with it. And I was just like, looks amazing. That was my very first RPG purchase on my PlayStation, and I never turned back from there. So Final Fantasy VII OG is always going to have a place in my heart. As much as I want to sit there and say if you want action stuff, go for Final Fantasy 16, but that is only a Final Fantasy game by name. It doesn't have all the real elements of a Final Fantasy game. So I can't even say that. So I got to go with, unfortunately, Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's like Matt said, as far as it being like the modern take in Square Enix's way of doing RPGs now, that is going to be your roadmap to other Square Enix games. So,
and honestly, like, first of all, agreed. There's also like some real solid parallels with like our real world and some of the themes that come through in 7. So
you're right.
So I mean, if you're looking for a narrative that you can relate to, and perhaps kind of lose yourself in, and it would make sense, then that's where it would be.
Yeah, just prepare yourself though. Remake goes a little Kingdom Hearts in the end there. So.
Yeah.
And as a Kingdom Hearts fan, I love that shit.
Yeah, I love Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, but even I thought that was a little out of place. I was like,
a little bit. But you want to know what the real answer is, Jazzafraz? If you want a Final Fantasy to play in 2025, go play Clear Obscure Expedition 33.
Facts.
That's what
Nothing
I'm
wrong
gonna
with
tell
that.
you.
I ain't ever gonna steer nobody away from Expedition
Yep,
33.
I'm not mad at that right there.
That's what I'm going to tell you. That brings us to the end of this week's show, folks. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Ron, it has been an absolute pleasure to have you rock with us. One more time, where can people see and hear more from you?
SavoyPrime on all the things, PSN, Steam, Bluesky, Backlog, True Trophies, PSN Profiles, and of course, check me out on the B-Fam, Brothers from Another Mothership podcast. The Discord is open. Episode 1 is out. There you go.
Go check out BFAM. It is a fantastic, and as much shit as I give Nagachaka, the vibes and the camaraderie on BFAM is a ton of fun to listen to. So go check out the episode. Race, my dude, what about you?
Yeah, if you guys want to watch some more Call of Duty Black Ops 7 gameplay, you can follow me at all of my links. Linktree/RiceBealYYY By the way, just a second mention to the charity that We Are Minnow was running. It is still running, by the way, twitch.tv/WeAreMinnow. Once again, that is raising funds to help with typhoon and earthquake relief in the Philippines. Any help is appreciated. So thank you so much.
Go check out those spots. And once again, all the links are going to be in the show notes for both BFAM and Minnow's fundraiser. So go check them out. If you're able to support, please do. As for myself, of course, you can find me here each and every week at Console Creatures. And of course, you can check me out on butwhythough.net as well. Words across both sites. Ron, once again, thanks for hanging with us.
Love being here. Thanks a lot, fellas. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for cutting me off. That was fucking word salad. We'll see y'all folks next week. Take care of one another. We love you lots. Peace.
Peace.